to save me, no, and don't come running to blame me. From miles away I can tell that something's off. The way you look and how you pause when you talk, I think I said enough. You said your love for me something brand new. You said this is something you would never do. Here we are in your car, let me see who you are.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to today's video. I hope you're doing really well. A bit more of a positive spin on the beginning of the video than last week. I feel like, I just feel like it was a lot. Last week I was very emotional about George finishing nursery and starting school, and it all just like kind of dawned on me. I think it was like, obviously I still am like, oh, it's really sad that he's leaving nursery and starting school and it's like an end of an era kind of thing. I think last week what it had only just dawned on me that this is happening, and it was like the initial shock of like, oh, okay, you know, this is really happening. George was really sad and scared and stuff. Whereas now we've had a couple more sending in sessions at school and he is talking about it more and is a bit more excited. Like, I think we can do this. I think it was fine. I was probably being a bit dramatic, but at the same time, like, I'm sure there are so many of us feeling the exact same way. So George and Hallie both go to nursery like throughout the entire year rather than it just being term time only. And some of the people who don't do like all year round, they do term time only, it's going to be their last few days at nursery this week, and that's like, oh gosh, like for them, they're having the moment I'll have like at the end of August now, and yeah, it's just it is really big, of course it is. So if you're feeling it as well, then know that you're like so not alone. Like, you're so not alone. So many of us are feeling the exact same way. It's a daunting time, it's a scary time, but it's also so exciting. I am now like excited for it rather than like apprehensive. I am a little bit apprehensive, but there's nothing we can do about it. It's happening. We've got some fun plans coming up in the summer as well though. Like, we're going to go on a couple of camping trips. We've booked one, and then we are trying to book another one. So we've booked one at the end of August, like middle to end of August, and then we also want to do one at the beginning of August, which I know is like soon, like really soon. So I really need to get that booked as soon as possible. We just want to go out and do as much fun stuff as we can this summer, because I feel like the kids are finally at an age where George is going to be, like I say, 5 in September. Hallie has just turned 2. So they're not like babies anymore. With George, you can explain to him. It doesn't always go necessarily the way you want it to go, but you can explain things to him, and does love the outdoors. Like, he loves camping so much. Hallie less so, I might add, but I think she'll warm to it definitely. And now that term is basically finished at nursery, they're not doing forest school anymore. These camping trips can be like a little substitute for forest school until he starts school in September, where he'll be doing forest school again weekly, which is really nice. Like, I feel like that kind of thing is so important for kids generally, but for George, like, he loves being outdoors. He loves like getting muddy and messy and learning through being there and like actually like absorbing it. So like when he's learning about nature and he's there and he can physically see it, like that is definitely the way his brain works, rather than just like learning it on a piece of paper. Like, definitely is something that I would like to continue with him for as long as possible. And then I think when he's older, like when forest school stops at school, I think I'm gonna see if he can join the scouts or something like that. Do they still do the scouts? Do any of your kids do scouts? I'd love to know like what your opinions on it are. That is kind of the plan this summer. There's also like a river really close to where we live that they do lots of like kayaking and what they called, like just rowboats and things like that. And I was really hoping to see if we could all go on like a family rowboat thing, but again, I'm just like not sure about whether Hallie is too young. George would be fine, but I'm not sure if Hallie is too young to go on it. Although she is like, I'm not worried. If it were George at 2, I'd be like, absolutely not, it's way too dangerous, he'd just be jumping off. But Hallie is way more cautious, and if like you're sat somewhere with her, like she'll just sit with you. It's insane. Like, most toddlers aren't like that, I know. Hallie is, so I wonder if it's something we'll be able to do. But yeah, we're just basically trying to fill up the summer with like fun, exciting plans that aren't going to cost us loads of money, and we just want to be outside and like seeing things that we actually want to see, rather than just going to like these kids like things that cost so much money it's hit or miss whether the kids are going to like it, and we're definitely like, it's not for us, do you know what I mean? Whereas if we're outdoors doing things that as a family that we're all going to enjoy, I feel like the mood is higher, like we're all in a better mood, like parents included. And if the parents are in a good mood, then the kids are more likely to be in a good mood. Whereas if we're going to like see BB's Land, like I'm not going to lie to you, other than seeing the Teletubbies live in action, I'm not sure how much I'm gonna love it, if I'm totally honest. But I would love to know what your plans for the summer are. If you are more of a let's go and do something that the kids like, or if you're a let's go and do something that we all will enjoy together. Like if you're an outdoorsy person, do you go outdoors with the kids a lot? If you're more of a like, I don't know, if you love films, do you watch films with the kids? Like what's your thing that you like doing with the kids, and preferably if it doesn't cost too much money, and give us some ideas down in the comments, that would be amazing. But this morning I dropped the kids off at nursery, and then I went to a local farm shop to us and put together a hamper for George's nursery teachers to say thank you so much for everything throughout the last 3 years, because he's been at nursery for 3 years now, like almost full time. Well, it was on and off full time. He was like 3 days a week, then he went to 4 days a week. So yeah, they have helped him. Like I was saying this in last week's video, but I don't know how much you could understand it, because I was very much like crying my eyes out when I said it. But George's nursery have genuinely helped me so much. Like whether they even know about this or not, like they've helped me so much through just like difficulties that we've come across with behaviour, and just trying to understand him more and do things that are going to help him at home, like the things they've put in place for him at nursery, like the understanding that they've given him, sort of seeing like him grow, like really attached to them and like trusting them so much, and I trust them so much. Like it's just honestly the most beautiful of bonds that they've all got, and I'm just so incredibly grateful for it, because especially when I was like solo parenting, pregnant with Hallie, like postpartum with Hallie, when it was like hard when you had like a 2-year-old and a fresh newborn, like it was so hard for me, and I think I wasn't in a great like space mentally, and nursery were like that rock for me, especially when Ash was working away. And oh god, I just don't think I'm ever going to be able to thank them enough for everything they've been able to do for George, and in turn for us as a family. So, as a way of saying thank you, I basically went to the farm shop and put together a hamper for them. This is what I got for them. So I literally went to the farm shop and got all the overpriced, extortionate gifts you could think of from the farm shop. But none of, literally, I would never buy any of this stuff for myself, but they all sound delicious. So I thought, yeah, I just put something together for all the girls in the room, and they are all girls. And then they can pick what they like. I've got some gluten-free things for people that are gluten-free. I've also got 2 cards for George's key workers that basically I'm not going to show you because it has their names on them. Basically, after nursery one day, I did an activity with George where I wrote the person's name, like one of the key people's name, in like a little cloud in the middle of the page, and asked him to give me all the words that describe this person, or all the words that he thinks of when he thinks of this person. And he came up with all of these lovely words, and I wrote them all down all around the cloud, and all about the things that they love and the things that they do with him, all of that kind of stuff. And then went onto Canva and made it into a card for the teachers. So put their names in the middle, and then all of the words that George had said all around it, and then all like different pictures of like associated with the words. And then I popped it onto Moonpig, and then did like a nice little note from me, and then a nice message from George as well inside the card, as well as a little voice recording from George. They've got like basically a little feature where you can have a QR code inside the card, and it's a voice message from George. I can actually show you that, so I'll scan it now with my phone, and then it will play it out loud. I'll show you. This is one of the cards that I've done for them. It's got their name and everything on it, as well as all the messages on the front. And then the audio is this.
I love you, and thank you for being my forest school teacher.
I'm sorry, but how cute is that? And then the next one in the other card for the other teacher is this.
Thank you for letting me learn. I love you. From George.
I didn't even tell him to say either of those. He just like came out of it. I was obviously telling him that I was doing cards and stuff. I was like, give a little message that you can record for them. And that's what he came up with. Like I say, I've got this one as well for his other teacher. And then like a message in here from me, a message in here from George. And at the back, I've got this, which is a picture of George with his sunflower that came from a little seed at nursery, and now it is almost as tall as him. And on the back of the other teacher's card, I've got Hallie and George jumping on a haystack at Forest School, and then just to say thank you so much as well. So yeah, that's what I've got for George's teachers. Hallie's also moving up to the next room at nursery, so she's turned 2 now, so she's gonna be moving up to the 2-year-old to 3-year-old room. So she's leaving the girls in the baby room. So I've got the girls in that room some little fancy biscuits from the farm shop as well. Like these, I've got a few of these basically for them to like share. There's like 3 different packs of these, different flavours and stuff. I've also popped on a little slow cooker meal, which was, well, is hopefully going to be chicken gyros. So I'm hopefully going to do like a big chicken gyros platter. If anyone, I don't know if I'm saying that right by the way, gyros, don't know. It's Greek, obviously. It's like the main thing that you eat when you are in Greece. If you're anything like me, I absolutely love gyros. I've never made it myself, and I saw one of my favourite content creators on Instagram do a reel, which I'll pop up here, of her creating a gyros sharing platter, and it looks amazing, it looks delicious. So I'm gonna recreate that tonight. Do you use chicken drumsticks? I use chicken leg today because it is cheap and I couldn't find drumsticks, so I did that instead. I'll link that reel down below, but it looked super easy and super tasty. So I'm gonna do that tonight with loads of salad and tzatziki and flatbreads, and that's gonna be our dinner. Honestly, there's so much stuff that needs to go to the tip at the moment. Out through here, so I'm gonna like expose us, like I'm gonna show you. Got so much stuff that we need to send. Well, this is going to the tip. The reason that's going to the tip is because it's broken. I got a new one for the kids, a little learning tower thing. Blinds, do you remember when I took those down? Yeah, that's still there. And then also, how terrible does this look? We don't have glass collection as part of our recycling, so we have to, this is literally like months and months and months worth, by the way, like we're not alcoholics, but this is literally all the glass, 2 things worth of glass that we haven't got rid of yet because getting that to the car is heavy, frankly, so it's not a me job. Right, push together, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, it's hard.
It is, you're right.
Can I say because my didn't work and I don't want any of that in because I don't like it. I can chop it really.
You're not chopping any of that.
Mommy, please can I have my dinner now? Yummy. Please have this all the time.
You want it all the time?
Yeah.
Do you want some of the yummy herbs on it?
Yeah. Oh my.
What? And then this is the gyros sharing platter. I'm actually really excited about this one. So the chicken tastes amazing.
Mommy, please can I try some? Because
George, it's the same. Darling, it's exactly the same that you had. George has already had his.
You have a dip and I don't have.
I did put the dip into your wrap, but it's fine. You can have some of this one as well. So we've got the chicken. That's from the slow cooker. Then I've just done the little salad in the little chopper thing with parsley, cucumber and onions, tzatziki, which we've got more of, and then flatbreads and lemon. I'm going to do some chips for when Ash gets back because he will want that, but I'm not going to have chips, I'm just going to have this because it's more than filling enough, but he'll definitely want some carbs.
I got no TV for whole day. And
George, come here. Look, the reason that you're not having... Do you want to come here? Do you remember the reason?
Until we die, I won't have any TV.
Listen, come here. Do you remember the reason that we had to turn the TV off this morning?
Look.
We've got some negotiations about screen time and I will not bore you with that. I'll catch up with you tomorrow.
We have.
It's alright, darling. Please don't touch any of the bugs. If you want to tread on any, don't pick them up, okay? George, please stop.
Stop. That means I need 2 more. No. Oh.
Hallie, can you sit at the table and I'll give you more? Oh, where's the chair? Move the chair over to the table and sit at the table. Sit there.
No.
Would you like me to add water to it so it's full up to the top, or are you happy with it just like that?
Yeah, orange.
You're very, very close to earning another star because of how nicely you're sat at the table. And if you earn all of your stars back, then you get 1 hour of Xbox or 1 hour of TV. But when the timer goes off, the timer goes off and there's no extra time. Okay? Till the next day, and if the next day you've still got 10 stars on your chart, then you can still play Xbox for an hour. But as soon as the timer goes off, it turns off. Do you understand the rules? Well, you've only got 2 more stars to earn, so I reckon you're really, really close. If you earn a star at breakfast time, because you're sitting really nicely, you're not antagonising Hallie, everyone's being quiet, I'm very, very proud of you both. I'll start for this morning.
Yay! 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It was just an accident, it doesn't matter.
Hallie.
Right, oh my god, the state of my hair. Hello guys, I hope you're doing okay. It's a couple of days later from when you last saw me. First thing in the morning, as you can probably tell. But if I'm honest, this house has been wild for the last few days, like a few weeks probably, if I'm being totally honest. Like the behaviour from our 4-year-old is just hitting an all-time, like, wow. However, we've implemented some stuff and it seems to be working, because I thought if anyone else is experiencing a similar thing with their like 4-year-old at the moment who like might be leaving nursery, I was going to lean on that, it'd probably make me another coffee, is like leaving nursery. I feel like it's a normal thing at the moment for when they're like leaving nursery, starting school, that their just behaviour just goes completely down the toilet, and like it's all just a bit like overwhelming for them, and it's a lot, and you know, it is, like I completely understand that, and I am trying to give George a lot of grace with that. But that being said, like the behaviour was so bad and I just didn't know what to do. So what we did was basically completely ban the TV, iPad, any kind of screen, and we've done with, I think we're on like day 4 now, and it's, you know, been hard. It always is hard because they are so used to it. Going from like having it basically whenever they want to like nothing is not always the easiest.
Mummy, we play really nicely in the living room, so can I get a star?
Once I finish this, if you still play nicely, then you deserve a star, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, can you go back in there for me and play nicely? Thank you, darling. See, that would not have happened literally 5 days ago. Hi, I've got Dipsy. Is this Dipsy? No, this is Tinky Winky. I have shared this before. It's from a company called Busby Busy Books, and they have loads of reward charts, daily routines, and that kind of thing. I thought this was a really good shout for George. We've had this for ages, but we're using it in a slightly different way now. So before it was like every time he did something really nice or kind or helpful, he would get a star, and then when he get all of them, he would have a prize. Before, we were never taking stars off for bad behaviour, but because the bad behaviour was so frequent, we decided that we were actually going to start doing that. So we started adding the stars for good behaviour, and anything that goes for good behaviour, like anything like sitting nicely at the dinner table, like that was never happening. So any little behaviour that you would expect to be like the bare minimum, frankly, would get you a star, like anything. And he like was really nice on the trampoline with Hallie last night. He got a star for that because it's not normal, it's not usual, like it doesn't happen all the time. And so anything that's really good, he's getting a star for. And then anything bad, like for example, saying bad words that we shouldn't be saying, screaming at mummy, hitting Hallie, doing things like not listening if I'm asking you to do something and he's constantly not listening, star gets taken away, that kind of thing. Basically, he's gonna earn his final star if he plays nicely whilst I just have my cup of coffee. 5 minutes, and then he earns a final star, and then when he gets his final star on the chart, he's allowed 1 hour of screen time. He has not had that in 4 days, but I'm not completely unrealistic. Like, we are gonna still use screens in the future. Like, we're obviously not like, we're not going to be able to completely ban that, obviously, but we want it to be limited. We want it to be based on like behaviour and if he deserves it, not just a given, not just first thing in the morning you get screen time, but if he has earned it, he's allowed it. And then as soon as the timer goes off, because we set a timer up on the TV, as soon as the timer goes off, that's it for the day. Or you can watch it, like George, if you wanted to, you can watch it for 20 minutes now, one episode of like Paw Patrol or whatever, and then later on you can watch another episode of something. You can split it up.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Good idea.
That's a good idea.
So 2 episodes.
2 episodes. So after the first episode, we'll turn it off. And then after swimming, you can watch another one. Anyway, that timer is about to go off, so I said I'd go and sit in there with them, and I will catch up with you very soon because we've got swimming today, and then after swimming, I'm actually dropping the kids off at their nan's. That never happens. I'm very excited about that, but not really because the reason I'm doing that. Not really that excited because the reason I'm dropping them off is because I have to come back and clean the house because we're getting estate agent photos done of the house to put our house on the market next week, I think. I don't know, it takes like a few days for the photos to come back and to put them all up and everything. So that is the plan, and I just need to clean everything. There's stuff out all on the sides, you know, washing to put away, all that stuff. So I need to do that, and then hopefully our house will be on the market. You okay? Does anyone else have a little girl that just screams at everything? Like nothing happened then, she was just screaming. It is an awful lot later now, and I have just absolutely cleaned this house within an inch of its life. I've never had it cleaner, and that is probably saying more about me than it is the house. But anyway, we have got the estate agent coming over to do the photos of the house because we are getting this bad boy on the market. Fingers crossed it's not a ridiculously long process, but I kind of have a feeling it will be. So yeah. In comparison to this morning, it is looking stunning. I've just done a little note here for them for the garage key, so I didn't want to leave it unlocked whilst we were out. I dropped the kids at my mum's quickly so that I could just come round and tidy up and sort it and everything. And the guy is here in 15 minutes, so me and Molly are going to go out for a little walk, and then he can just do all the photos and everything. And I think they're going to do like a 360 tour of the house as well. I think it's one of those estate agents that do, you know, the fancy little 360 tours where you can like walk around the house. There is literally no clutter in this house right now, which is how we like it. My living room never looks this clean and tidy, and I'm very much here for it. This morning, there was mess everywhere, and I don't even think I showed you. It was so bad. Because you know I said about a screen time ban for George. He earned his stars and he got a little bit of screen time this morning. It turns out we've actually, because we hid the remote from him, which I know is not the best, but anyway, we had to hide it from him because he just wouldn't listen to us. We hid the remote, we forgot where we hid it, and so we couldn't put the TV on like normal. We couldn't put Netflix on like we wanted to this morning. And so to not get into a meltdown situation, I put the Xbox on and put Netflix on the Xbox, which is fine, but the Xbox is limited to half an hour screen time, and I don't know the passwords and stuff to change all of that. So half an hour screen time was the max we had. So anyway, when I was sorting out upstairs and doing whatever I was doing, George and Hallie were in the living room playing with like every single toy, every single board game, every single puzzle that they have ever had, and they were just all over the floor, and I was just like, today of all days, today of all days. Like, okay, great. So yeah, that was the situation. This morning I had to clean all of that, but it's all done now, thank God. Anyway, I am absolutely starving. I'm gonna quickly munch on something out of the fridge, and then I will catch up with you a little bit later, because I'm gonna go out for a walk with Molly, and then the estate agent will be over. I guess I've got to like sign the contract and everything to get it up on the market with them, and then I'm gonna go to my mum's to pick up the kids and probably have dinner there. So I will catch up with you when I can. See you later, bye.
You glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby.